I cannot vibe with queers.
There's two sides to this thing. Queer is used for so many things. A lot of times in the rap game, they refer to guys who aren't cool. They're queers, not in the sense of, their sexuality. No?
They took that out of context.
Oh, way out of context.
That was Tank trying to justify Offset using the word queer.
Wow.
And by the way,
I'm very ignorant when it comes to that, to be quite honest.
Now, hold up. I only use the word for this conversation. Okay? I don't agree
come on, guys.
with using that word. Go ahead.
Don't reach. It's a conversation about it. So, yeah, I'm a little bit ignorant when it comes to that, to the LGBTQ, terms. And
so am I.
I just learned that... Well, so the queer thing, I thought it was to be quite honest, a light. It's kind of like a soft way of saying the FAG word. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I could see that.
So because they advertised it, there's a show, a reality show.
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So they promote it out there like that, and they don't censor it like it's a slur. Mm-hmm. You know,
but I mean, but people don't necessarily use it.
If this was there 5 years ago, nobody would have noticed that. Nobody would have cared about that.
Probably,
unless if he would have said I don't vibe with something that rhymes with hag. Right. You know what I mean, or bag. Then they would have done something about it. It would have went viral. But 5 years ago, queer was not.
I agree. I mean, you make a really good point, because they had that show, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Yeah. That wasn't a YouTube show. That was I don't want to say it was syndicated, but that was
it was on. It was
station
popular.
Was on? Yeah, it was a pretty popular fucking show.
It was not on HBO. It was on Life, some Life network that's very popular, and on Cosmopolitan TV also. Yeah. So if you're gonna put this on syndicated television without blurring it or anything like that, it's not like we could put niggas in
oh fuck no
whatever on TV like that without it to be
blurred out or crossed out
or not even it would
fuck
be
that.
canceled.
You couldn't even they would see it and they'd be like, no, we're not airing this.
Are you mad?
Change the title.
Are you dumb?
Okay, so hold on for a second. So what you're saying to me is 5 years ago, all good. Today, fuck no. Clearly,
no.
because Offset's getting battered. So what are you saying? You're saying people are more sensitive right now, or because you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it like Erykah Badu from all fucking sides.
Yeah.
So you could look at it like people are more sensitive, and I'm not putting words in your mouth. Or you could also look at it like maybe, people from that community, they were maybe they never liked that word, and it took them 5 years to get people to understand that. Hence the reason why they're offended now. How are you looking at it? People are just more sensitive now, or are you looking at it from a different twist? How are you looking at it?
I feel like people are more sensitive now because really queer was not a big of a deal when it was used before. Mm-hmm.
Nigga wasn't a big deal when it was used before.
Niggas still used.
I'm talking about the way. Nigga obviously has a negative, even though we use it in a positive way, hey, what's up my nigga, it still has a negative connotation to it because of the history behind it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure somewhere in the world at some point in time, guaranteed more than once, while there was some gay bashing, that word was thrown out. So it wasn't always looked at as it's just
I feel like, yes, it's probably an offensive word. Excuse my ignorance. I'm just going with my perspective at the end of the day. It's my opinion because that's what you're asking. So yeah, queer was not, from what I heard before, it was not the biggest deal. Like I said, it's on TV. It's the definition softens the blow, let's say.
Right.
But now it's just you were comparing it to the Erykah Badu. Hitler killed millions and millions of people.
Right.
anything Hitler is negative. It's been negative back in the days. It's still negative now. It will always be negative
forever.
Exactly. He's a fucking evil guy. Right. He will always be an evil guy. But queer, it's just like a word, like that. Well, it was probably used as a negative way, but it was like bitch,
Right. So but don't you think? I mean, obviously the people on the show, and I don't know because I don't know them personally, but I assume the people on the show, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, because that seems to be you would assume that, but we don't know that.
They're all like gay.
But we don't know that. Like, what if they weren't gay?
They were. It's a reality show.
But even if they were gay.
Yeah.
Even if they were gay, there are still some black people reverse racism. They hate their own skin color. So I don't know these people, conspiracy, whatever you want to call it, but they could have been on there. They're gay, but they're just like, and I'm not saying they hated themselves because they were gay, but they could like have been like, you know what? I don't care if you want to call the show Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. I'm getting a show. Just like you may have a black guy who will be like, I don't give a fuck if you want to call the show Niggas in the House. I'm getting a sellout, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So that word could have always been offensive. They could have just been some sellout gay people.
Yeah.